Hello everyone and welcome to my new replay commentary of Wargame European Escalation. So I know it's been a long time, I think it's the 15th replay commentary and the 14th was released like maybe 2 months ago. But between the holidays and my PC that broke down, I couldn't play much Wargame. So here I'm back with a new PC and playing Wargame again, so doing my replays. I hope you guys are still here, still watching. And well, let's go. So DLC 2 was released a bit after I stopped playing, so I'll just naturally start with the new game mode, the Conquest game mode, which is basically, for those of you who don't know, you've still got the sectors to control to earn points and reinforcement zones, but you've got all these circles which are conquest zones, as you can call them, and you've got to control a certain number of them. So here it's 18. 18 is all of these zones, so the first team to control all of these zones wins the game. So no bother of unit lost, points and anything, it's just capture the map, control the map. So as one guy asked me, I'm gonna comment this game by just showing our point of view, so NATO point of view. You guys tell me at the end if you like it or not, if you want me to continue. If you do, well, I'll just maybe from time to time do these kind of things and after do a total view with all the units. But if not, well, I'll just continue like I did before. So just leave a comment and tell me what you think about it. So in this game we have on the Pact side 3 players: Chartess, House of Lords and aek-zach 22. On the NATO side we have the, well, Hellbee, Thibaultrh and myself. Our strategy is quite simple. We divide into 3. Hellbee goes on the left on Delta, Thibaultrh rushes on Bravo, and I go on Alpha and then push on Echo where I meet Thibaultrh over there. So with the armies we start with, I am defending this sector with Flag Panzers, Roland 2 and of course the command armor vehicle. Hellbee has quite a good balanced army. He's got troop transports with, of course, infantry in them, recon units, anti-air, tanks, light tanks, only light tanks, small tanks, and 8 good ATGM units against the heavy tanks. Jaguar 2 are quite expensive, 60 points, but with a very, very good ITO ATGM. So these are very good units if you manage them well. Thibaultrh has quite a surprising composition here. He's got 4 Lynx AH7s to control the city over there. He's sending them over there to stop the enemy at the city if he can. And the rest of his army is basically 2 units. He's got the Bradley and 4 Leopard 2A4s, which are a bit less important than before. With the buff of ATGMs, well, the heavy tanks are a bit less effective, and so I'm not fond of this composition, but we'll see how he will do. I'm going on Alpha with my command vehicle, gonna capture this forest and then send in my army onto Echo. So for now, one thing about Conquest mode is that you can see where the enemy is going, well, more or less. On this map we saw the enemy going on the right side. It was a bit confusing because, well, he had only 1 sector here. Well, on our side we already controlled 2 sectors on the left, 2 on the right, and nearly 2 in the middle. So either he had very, very slow units or he was preparing something quite nasty. Yeah, that's it. We started to see on the left side a sector control, a zone controlled, and then a helicopter attack. Of course, these are Havocs and Me-24 coming in just behind them. So Thibaultrh rushing in the middle. He's got only 4 VABs, 2 recon units, and Leopards 2A4, which are heavy tanks that won't do shit against these helicopters. He, of course, pulled back his command unit, but he's got only 2 Marder Roland 2 to counter all these helicopters, which will be quite difficult. 1 command helicopter over here controlling the sector. And on the left, well, Hellbee encountering his first enemy with this Me-2040. Over here, the Leopards are trying to go for this forest, but one of them is already down. ATGMs are coming in. Second Leopard 2A4 is down. 2 of them are trying to survive. One is doing a bit of tour here. and going in the forest. Nope, just killed before entering the forest. So quite a bad move from Thibaultrh here, not totally concentrated on the game. The enemy here destroying the 4 links that were coming back from the city where 4 Fusilier squads have taken position. Hellbee now, with no enemy in front of him, decides to go in the middle of the enemy sector. Pushes to the forest with infantry and with a few hogs in Bravo sector. The hogs are shooting at the grounded ME2D, who doesn't seem to move and is destroyed by the missiles. So that's quite a balanced start. I mean, lots of losses here by Thibaultrh, but Hellbee catches up the points by destroying the command helicopter over here, which balances everything out. Of course, in this game mode, points don't really matter, but it's always good to be at some sort of equilibrium with the enemy. If you lose all your units, of course you're gonna lose the map control. So on the left we've got Hellbee facing 4 ATGM units. For now that's all we can see. In the middle always this full helicopter force. A lot of Havocs. Hopefully there are a few Marder Roland 2 on the left and coming in on the right that are trying to take out the Havocs. One is already down. No. Oh yeah, he is down. Other one in quite a bad shape, shaken by the Jaegers shooting at him. Oh, the Roland was destroyed. Havocs and helicopters are pulling back, and this one is probably gonna have a hard time getting out of this situation. Nope, it seems like he's gonna survive this. On the right side, the Fusiliers are holding against the, again, helicopter push and a few tanks on the left. Looks like BMP 685. BMP. Wow, heavy tanks over here. T80, T64 also, I think. Heavy tanks here. So, well, Thibaultrh managed to hold the enemy long enough in the city for me to arrive. I've got 4 AMX-30B2, a few Visual ETAO visuals, 1 MK-20 in the forest, quite good units. And on Hellbee's flank we've got a few tanks moving in, T-64s over here, a T-80 here, no, T-72 I think, in the forest, and 4 ATGM troops on the left. Only one Jaguar 2 is holding against these tanks, but while he is holding, we've got 2 Milan F2 on the right, which will help take these tanks on the flank, of course. And here we go, 1 tank is down. We've got these Milan F2 are 15 AP ATGMs. Well, not a single Pact tank can survive such a hit on its flank. The only tanks I see surviving such a hit on the flank are probably the Challenger 1 and the Abrams, but they are only, well, they are NATO tanks, so no such tanks in the enemy's army. Hellbee with his crossfire here does a very good job at stopping the enemy units. Jaguar is still alive, a few, 1 Berussia is down, 1 Malyutka is down also. Yeah, there we go, T-72B. Very good tank also. And taking out the Jaguar 2. Jaguar 2 is down, we've got yeah, still 1 remaining and still the ATGM Milan F2 here, but we have only 4 missiles left. Hellbee just managed to take the forest here, push back the helicopters who are still, well, killing the infantry left in the open. But we've got more or less a few, well, we've got a few units over here, and we control the entire half of the map. Here we go, I just captured Echo with my VAB PC taken from Charlie. And we've got Bravo in the middle, so they've got 5 points every 4 seconds against 12 for NATO. So it's quite a good start for us. We've got 10 zones against 8. We control most of the reinforcements and economic areas. Hellbee is pushing on the left with the Jaegers in Fuchs. He's trying to take out the forest over here. Thibaultrh is just taking position in these forests, waiting for a push over here, while tanks on the right side are trying to menace my position on Echo. Hellbee continues his push on the forest. A few Fuchs are taken out by the ATGMs, but the 4 of them manage to reach the forest, disembark, and the Jaegers are gonna make, well, are gonna have fun in this forest. Of course, heavy tanks against infantry in forest is not a good idea. TGM is a very bad idea, and well, tanks is very risky. There you go, 6 Jaegers are dead, 1 more is down, but yeah, here you go, the rockets managed to kill, well, nearly at least. Oh, I've got a pair of sorry, that's it. Trying to stun the enemy units. They can't do much damage against tanks, but they can stun a lot with their very high rate of fire. But unfortunately, they get destroyed by the Leopards 1A5 and the Sharidans coming in to support the infantry units. So a nice composition of infantry, ATGM tanks and light tanks on Hellbee's front. The Jaguar 2 is left behind for now. In the middle, well, the infantry has been taken out mostly by the Havocs, and Thibaultrh is still waiting for the moment. On this side we have a good battle between the helicopters. My Roland 2 was destroyed here, a new one has arrived but isn't shooting yet. My Gazelles are being taken out by the well, they are heavily outnumbered by better helicopters, so of course it is difficult. Moving in my Vizels 1 Tau, sorry. Starting to shoot at the enemy tanks. 3 ATGMs hits on the T-64 BV, but a 10 armor on the front allows him to stay alive with 1 HP. Yeah, these are quite precise TOWs, but well, ATGMs, but only 12 AP, so against 10 armor is like 3 HPs. So of course 3 hits of 3 HPs, 9 HPs, 1 left. Yeah, and the T-80s also hit 2 tanks with 1 HP left. It's gonna be very difficult for him to survive if he doesn't pull back. AML-60s still continuing to shell the area, trying to stun the enemy tanks. Still, we've got a T-80 BV worried over here. Very good to avoid direct hits by ATGMs. One other ATGM going, just hit the ground just in front of the tank. Yeah, I really like these little units. It's like 35 points for good ATGMs, good speed, and a very low profile. It's a small size unit, so it can shoot and avoid most of the shots that are coming at them. One ME-24D is down, 3 VABs are moving in, maybe to distract the enemy. Hellbee is pushing in Foxtrot, while the last of the units in the middle here are destroyed by the Pact army. The Roland 2 is in a bad position here, but the ATGM seem to, well, miss him quite. I'll miss him. 2 units coming. I see the tanks moving into this little tree line here. I move in Vizels here with autocannons. At very short distance they can do a lot of damage, even against heavy tanks. And I'm taking these tanks with jeeps, Ito jeeps. One of them is down. Still shelling with my mortars. Jeeps on the right, Vizels on the left, trying to take out these tanks. While the Vizels move in, and they manage to shoot a bit on the unit and take down a T-80 with well, a hit to the flank. Very good shots. 4 ATGMs coming in, and 1 hits the tank, which is destroyed. We've got a few tanks left here. The 430, the AMX-30B2 are moving in, but they miss the target, unfortunately. The tank shoots back, kills 1 tank, and I can't shoot him. I can't shoot at him anymore. He is out of range. I can still. Sorry, he is still in range, but my shots are ineffective against this tank at that distance. So I just pull back in the forest. ATGM still continue to shoot at it. 3 HPs left, and well, of course, he is occupied with the Vizels, so I move my tanks forward once again, hit on the flank, and kill the T-80 BV. All the heavy tanks here are destroyed. This city seems to be a bit less defended now, and I may start moving on it. On the other flank, well, Thibaultrh is still defending the area, while the Pact forces try to harass us with helicopters. And on this side, Hellbee is moving in. He's got a few units just down the slope, 4 light tanks with, well, Leopards 1A4s, 2 aek-zach tanks with the Sheridans, nice small tanks, quite like them, 1 aek-zach vehicle, infantry here, and 1 transport going all the way around the hill, trying to attack from behind. Little harassment here with Vabs by Thibaultrh. On my side, we're still waiting for infantry to come in. Just simple chasseurs, not even chasseurs FAMAS, just cheap infantry to go and see if there's enemy units left in the city. And here we go, the move on Foxtrot. All units have moved up the hill. The infantry, the transport has come in from behind, and the command vehicle isn't defended. Very, very, very big mistake by the enemy here. The commander is destroyed. The T-80 BVs are being shot at nearly point blank by the Leopards 1A5. They pull back. aek-zachs are coming on them. One aek-zach kills one of the tanks. The other one is getting out with only 1 HP left. Helicopters are coming in to save him. Start harassing the Leopards. And, well, they may get, yeah, one is dead and the other has only 1 HP left. The Fuchs, after killing the commander, pulls back, stuns a helicopter, routes a bug. These guys are good. Here we go, the chasseurs have taken position in the city. We've got control of this sector, 14 zones to 4. A few units in this forest. Thibaultrh has finally moved in with the chasseur. His Bradleys are coming in to support him. 15 sectors, 15 zones controlled. Well, 15 victory areas, that's how they call them. So that's it. Oh, the T-80 has just been killed. aek-zach. No, I think it's, if I recall correctly, it's one shot of a Marder VTS-1 in the butt of the T-80 BV. Too bad. So push on the left from Foxtrot, push from the middle with Bradleys and Chasseurs FAMAS by Thibaultrh, and my Chasseurs FAMAS holding the city are going to be supported by my tanks as we'll move in shortly. So this game is, well, nearly won by NATO forces. We control nearly all the map, only 1 sector is remaining in the hands of the enemy, and 3 victory areas. So yeah, that's it. A few helicopters trying to come in to do some damage. Unfortunately now we've got Chasseurs FAMAS and Bradleys defending the zone, so very, very hard for the enemy. He pulls back to Gulf. Got only 2 zones, 2 areas left to control to win this game, and it's gonna be quite easy from now on. I even just sacrifice that just to see what he's got left. Something you don't want to do in a destruction mode, but here it's fine. And Hellbee going in for the last sector, and here we go. 18 victory areas controlled, all of them. So 18-0 total victory for NATO forces. So quite a good match. A nice little helicopter push at the beginning that wasn't suicidal. It just went as well. Just stopped when it had to stop. Destroyed quite a few units and then pulled back. Quite a nice game from both teams. With, well, of course, it's the command points that did the difference. More than, well, nearly 2.6 times the command points for NATO for Team 1. So of course that allows much more reinforcements and, well, easier to win with those reinforcements. So here we go, one good game, not the best of course, but a nice game to watch. I hope you guys liked it, and see you next time.